When used properly, your Vermeer stump cutter will give you many hours of productive service. It is equipped with useful safety features to help protect you from serious injury. But safe work practices are also a necessary part of accident prevention. Improper use of the machine could result in serious injury or death. You must exercise caution and use good judgment. Your safety depends on it. This video will present selected operating and safety procedures for your Vermeer model stump cutters with operator-present systems. But this video is not a substitute for a thorough and complete reading and understanding of the operators and maintenance manuals, safety instructions, and the safety signs on the machine. Before operating the machine, always read the operator's manual, know its content, and follow its instructions. As you view this video, stop and replay at any time to review the information, or consult the operator's manual. Viewing this video more than once and referring to your operator's manual will reinforce what you have learned. Allow only responsible, properly trained people to operate the stump cutter. Become familiar with the controls, operation, and use of the machine under the supervision of a trained and experienced operator. All operators must be familiar with the worksite safety rules and regulations, and must be mentally and physically capable of operating the machine safely. Advise anyone who will operate it to read the operator's manual carefully and watch this video. Read and follow all instructions in your stump cutter operator's manual before transporting the machine. If using a trailer not specifically designed for your stump cutter, also read the trailer operator's manual. Do not attempt to load or unload a machine unless you are properly trained in machine operation and understand proper safety precautions for both the trailer and the stump cutter. When you arrive at the worksite, inspect the stump and surrounding area. Remove loose chunks of wood, stones, wire, or any other foreign objects from the stump and work area. These objects could become dangerous projectiles if thrown by the cutter wheel. Do not cross-cut exposed surface roots. The cutter wheel could grab a cut-off root and throw it. Check the area for spectators or nearby persons. Warn them to stay away and keep everyone away while you are cutting. Electricity or gas explosion can kill. Laser light and a cut cable can injure eyes. Call the National One-Call Service, local utility company, or National Regulatory Authority to locate and mark utilities before cutting. Underground utilities in the area of the stump must be exposed to determine their exact location before cutting. Stay well away while cutting. Before moving the machine on sloped ground or cutting a stump, engage both mechanical drive wheel locks or the hydraulic differential lock. This will improve traction and reduce the chances of sudden unexpected turning. You may disengage one drive wheel lock when moving between stumps if the ground is smooth and level. This will allow you to steer tighter turns. Check the cutter wheel guard. The guard must be in the down position where it can float over obstacles while cutting. Never secure the guard in a raised position while cutting a stump. The cutter wheel guard helps keep you away from the cutter wheel. But remember, the most effective way to prevent injury is to stay away from the cutter wheel while it is turning. Always shut down the machine completely and wait for the cutter wheel to stop before leaving the operator station to approach the cutter wheel. And keep everyone else away at all times. Check that the operator present system functions correctly, as described in the operator's and maintenance manuals. The operator present system will disengage the clutch and apply the cutter wheel brake automatically when you let go of the cutter wheel hydraulic control levers. This system is designed to help protect the operator and must be maintained in good working condition. The cutter wheel must stop automatically when you release the cutter wheel hydraulic control levers. Consult your operator's manual for detailed information regarding the required personal protective equipment. Among the items you must wear are safety glasses and a full face shield. These help protect your eyes and face from objects thrown by the cutter wheel. Now that you are ready to operate your machine, read and follow the complete starting instructions contained in your operator's manual. This machine is equipped with an operator presence system, which is designed to detect when your hands are touching any of the cutter wheel hydraulic control levers. With this system, it is important to remember to avoid touching these levers when turning the key to start the machine. This allows the control levers to calibrate, so they can detect your touch later when you want to engage the clutch. Once the engine has been started, you are ready to move the machine to the stump. Be aware of the potential for rollover. Use extra caution when operating on slopes or near ditches or obstructions. Plan your work so that you can stand or walk on the uphill side, away from the potential direction of rollover. Never ride or allow anyone else to ride on the stump cutter. Before you start cutting, make sure all other persons are away from the work area. Make sure the cutter wheel guard is lowered. Set the engine throttle to below mid-speed. Place one hand on one of the hydraulic control levers, and with the other hand, engage the clutch and set the throttle to full speed. Continue touching at least one of the hydraulic control levers to keep the cutter wheel clutch engaged. Absolutely never go near the cutter wheel while it is turning. A rotating cutter wheel can cut off your arm or leg or even kill you. Thrown objects can strike you or others. Always keep the cutter wheel guard down. Stay away and keep all others away from a rotating cutter wheel. Remember to shut off the machine completely and wait for the cutter wheel to stop before leaving the operator station to approach the cutter wheel. It is important to understand the proper way to cut a stump. Always use the recommended cutting area of the cutter wheel, as shown here. Never undercut a stump, since undercutting can cause violent kickback. Never start cutting directly on top of the stump, since the cutter teeth are more likely to throw debris up toward the operator. Position the cutter wheel to the side of the stump. Advance the machine far enough to make a first light cut across the front of the stump. Lower the cutter wheel to make a deeper cut and sweep back across the stump. Continue to lower and sweep until your depth of cut is a little less than half the diameter of the wheel. Then use your propel control to advance slightly forward toward the stump and sweep across again. Continue to advance and sweep in small increments until you have cut all the way through the stump. After cutting through the stump, use the propel control to move back to the front of the stump and continue cutting as before. With larger stumps, an excessive accumulation of wood chips and dirt under the machine and around the stump can interfere with cutting. If this happens, the accumulated material needs to be cleared with a rake or shovel before you can finish cutting the stump. Begin by moving the machine away from the stump and then shut down the machine. To shut down the machine, keep one hand on a control lever and with the other hand, reduce the throttle to its lowest setting. After the engine has slowed to its lowest speed, disengage the clutch or just let go of the control levers. Shut off the engine, remove the key, and wait for the cutter wheel to stop. The stopping time of the cutter wheel from engine idle speed is reduced by a brake located in the cutter wheel drive and will vary between models. The actual stopping time is described in the maintenance manual and could take several seconds. If you disengage the clutch or release the control levers before the engine is slowed to its lowest speed, it will take longer for the cutter wheel to stop. It is therefore important that you visually confirm that the cutter wheel has completely stopped before leaving the operator station. If you wish to stop the cutter wheel using the quickest method, just let go of the control levers to automatically disengage the clutch and stop the wheel. Then reduce the throttle to its lowest setting, shut off the engine, and remove the key. Clear away the material using a rake or shovel. Never use your hands or feet. Remember, absolutely never go near the cutter wheel while it is turning. A rotating cutter wheel can cut off your arm or leg or even kill you. Always shut down the machine completely and wait for the cutter wheel to stop before leaving the operator station to approach the cutter wheel. After removing the wood and dirt debris, restart the machine and resume cutting. If you have more than one stump to cut, shut off the cutter wheel and wait until it is stopped before moving the machine. Don't risk injuring others in the area by moving the machine with the cutter wheel turning. Death or serious injury could occur. If you encounter a situation that is not explained in this video or in the operator's manual attached to the machine, contact a knowledgeable person who can help you. If you are a renter, contact the rental store. If you are the owner, contact your independent authorized Vermeer dealer. Do not proceed unless you understand what you need to do to work safely. When you are finished cutting, remember to shut down the machine as described before and remove the key. Every new Vermeer stump cutter is supplied with a maintenance manual. This manual provides important information which must be followed to extend machine life and optimize performance and safety. If you are a rental customer and you know or suspect something is wrong with the machine, stop using the machine and contact the rental store. If you are the owner, follow the guidelines outlined in the maintenance manual or contact your independent authorized Vermeer dealer. Do not take chances with your safety by continuing to use a machine that needs maintenance or repair. When maintained and used properly, your Vermeer stump cutter will give you many hours of productive and safe service. Safe work practices when operating your stump cutter are an important part of accident prevention. Do your part in following these procedures. Do this for your safety and the safety of others. Thank you for watching this video.